Hello everyone, Manny here, and it's game show Gauntlet time again. Nice, man. So last time we totally sucked. I think we only got one question right, man. All right, so this time let's see. We brought Tammy King, an impressive streetwalker, man. Impressive streetwalker. 12,000 caps the last time I sent her out. We got Overseer Peters. He's been getting a little lazy lately, but he's great for these suicide missions. And we got Mrs. Parker, who's currently training because her skills were not A1. So let's see what we get this time. Hopefully we can slow down a little bit. Welcome to Lose Your Head. Answer the questions correctly and win caps. Answer them wrong and lose your head. Who's the most famous reporter in Diamond City? Travis Miles. Vadim Bobrov. I know who he is. Yeah, okay. Piper Wright and Walter Cronkite. Yeah, man, it was Walter Cronkite, man. Excuse me. It's Piper Wright, but I don't get that. How would you know that? Apparently from the picture of Fallout Shelter, we were actually walking to the vault in 2077, but Piper he wouldn't even be born yet. Anyways, let's keep it moving, man. But that's what I've been kind of understanding. I've been trying to figure out what time period do Fallout Shelter takes place in. Because there's a lot of different monsters that are more likely to appear in Fallout 3. Like centaurs and things like that. Some of the weapons and equipment are more reminiscent of Fallout 3. And then goes to be seen that they're really pushing a lot of Fallout 3 love. I mean, I'm all about it. I think the game was amazing, truly impressive, especially with what it was working with, because it was made with the Oblivion engine. So shooting mechanics weren't necessarily the best, but story and progression was awesome. Do I wish they'd do something with Fallout 3? Hell yeah, man, because it's like Fallout 3 was the shit. I would just like to see it updated and remade. That's pretty much it. Especially with these engines getting more updated. Like, can we spread the Fallout 4 engine around a little bit? Maybe put it in Skyrim. That way it's more stable. I mean, it doesn't really crash much, but you can kind of see a difference between the stability of Fallout. Okay, we've come to round 2. Who was the sheriff of Megaton? See, this is not cool. Okay, so it's Lucas Sims. I know that's not right. Lucas Sims, which isn't right. I think it's Lucas Sims. Alright, that didn't make any sense. Let's just go with Billy the Kid. Hopefully he had 2 M's in his name. If not, we failed. Aw, man, forget you. That was seriously tricky. Hey. That looks like Cat back there, man. Are you moonlighting from the vault to be a raider, game show host? Alright, here's the question. What do you think it took to organize all this? Time for round 3 of Lose Your Head. What deadly creature lurks in the Salem Museum of Witchcraft? Doom. Well, it wasn't a ghost, that's for sure. Would I have been more happy if it was a ghost? Probably. Probably. Not to say that Death Claw wasn't seriously scary. Okay, let's get that out the way. Especially when you're just like, this museum's cool, man. There's nothing going on in here. Bam! Albino legendary. Right in your face. Man, we're doing a lot better. How you gonna call dibs on caps, Peters? Well, I guess you are the overseer, so who knows what type of debauchery you get into when you get out of these missions. Alright, looks like we got a bit of a boss rush, but that's cool. Honestly, I think I'll take the time to freshen up the squads. Everybody's looking a little rough. Yeah, that was a waste, but I just don't see us falling this time. I feel like I got my groove, man. And I'm not pushing the buttons so damn fast. Also, just like a fun tip, if you do want to skip through, you gotta click on the outer box. Otherwise, you might mistakenly answer the question, which is a real pain, man. Oh, look, this is like our first major engagement. Let's see. Tammy King is a beast back here, man. Mrs. Parker is not doing that bad. And Peters, probably is time for a new weapon. Yeah, I'm thinking, what do you got? Pressurized flamer? Yeah, we've got better weapons than that sitting around in our vault. It's so hard to manage all of these combat squads, man. And then I'm trying to make more, but like, you gotta have a whole bunch of stim packs, you need a whole bunch of Radaway, you need a whole bunch of dudes. Let's just use them. Nice. I know. Was that? Oh, that was Peters. Finna say, man. I know Tammy King had better stats than that. But, you know, Peters proved himself in my early game. Back when there was only like 7 dwellers. Peters was the one to come back with money and stuff. So that's why he's the overseer and gets to kind of slack off now. But he also gets sent on these damn suicide missions, so. I wonder if we're going the right way. Oh, yep, we found him. Now, for the final round. Who is the DJ for Galaxy News Radio? 3 Dog! Ow! Big Dog. Dog meat. Dogman. Yo, this is Dogman. Alright, we'll go with 3 Dog, who I slightly missed. Amazing, you got it right. I mean, Travis Miles is okay. I mean, we're just gonna go ahead and put that out. He's okay, but why the hell am I having to boost the charisma of Travis Miles, the dude on the radio, when, quite honestly, he should be boosting my charisma, man. I think they give the sole survivor of Fallout 4, I think that's his name, just too much credit. He came into the world too beast, too ready to go. But then, you know, if it was Fallout 3, it just wasn't like that. So maybe that's the difference between the 2 games. In Fallout 3, you start as garbage, you end as like some type of demigod. In Fallout 4, you kind of started as the savior of humanity and then end as some type of saving demigod. So, I don't know, but I could see why there were a lot more evil characters in Fallout 3, myself included. Alright, let's see. I guess we got ourselves a Rad Scorpion boss here. Whoa, that was cool. Peters, don't die, bro. Tammy, we need that crit, man. That's good enough. Man, Peters, you almost bit the big one. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be some endurance training and just some all-around training for you, Peters. Oh, but you're tanking the boss, so that's probably what it is. But we're definitely sending you guys back in the training rooms after this one. Maybe not you, Tammy. You might go hit them streets, man. Ah, good stuff. Good stuff, man. It's so hard to get the junk together for like tactical fat man or something like that. Man, not too bad. I know the good stuff is kind of up here, but I'm really not too sure how long we're going. We usually do it all, so let's just chill. So how's everyone been doing? Me, I'm pretty good. Trying to do some things. I had some car work this week in real life. It was awesome. I I got a lowered suspension in my car, but like I must have hit something because like I smushed the front of my intercooler like to death. So I had to get me a new intercooler and then like put it in, but then now I had to kind of like raise myself up a little bit. So I got me some spring extenders because like I mean I got some good lowering springs and stuff, but the only ones I could find were like 2 inches, and 2-inch drop was just a bit too much for me. But then at the same time, I don't like go to a million grocery stores a day for work anymore. I got something new going on. So at the same time, it kind of balances. Because man, I mean, we all go to grocery stores, but like, if you go to grocery stores like constantly, like as if it was your job, you realize how bad those parking lots are. How many times the unevenness coming out of parking lots, man, or just the simple fact of stupid speed bumps. Now, I am seriously glad that it seems like parking lots, namely the better grocery stores parking lots, are starting to get rid of speed bumps. Namely, they don't work, man. I've seen people just flat out over them, just don't even care. Oh man, we got us a new ninja suit. Awesome. So, I don't know, but that's my gripe on speed bumps. Now, there are a new type of speed bump. You've seen them. They got these like rubberized ones. I like those. They're kind of easy on the tire. Well, I guess I'll just continue my rant, man. And then I'll just be this game show plus rant. So I've been having a problem for a while now. Like, every time I would try to update the AMD driver, it would go entirely through the process. Let me save Mrs. Parker while we're messing around. Girls can give us some entertainment. Along with beavers, I guess. But every time that I went to update the driver, it would go all the way through the process till the very end, and then it would be like, hey, the driver didn't install. You figure it out. And so I figured it out for the first time, because this has been happening like a while now. I ended up having to manually download the driver, uninstall it, use a driver cleaner, and then reinstall it, which worked fine. The only problem, and I mean, I guess it wasn't really that big of a problem, but I had got like a really old driver, but I didn't realize it was so old. So I've had that driver for a really long time, and like survival diaries were kind of laggy at times. There's times when like the frame rates with the garbage. My Skyrim wasn't really running too well. So anyways, I finally got a new driver and I downloaded it manually, but this time it reinstalled the AMD installer. Like, it knew that there was a problem. So thank goodness for that, man, because like this is probably going to be the last thing I say. PC Master Race is the PC Master Race for a reason, and that's the reason is that you spend a lot of money and equipment on your rig to get it to work right, while a console kind of runs and it does what it's supposed to do. Now, the problem with that is that a console has sturdy frame rates all the time, but your rig might not have sturdy frame rates depending on what you put inside of your computer. So people coming from consoles to PC tend to not want heavy graphics. At least for me and the people that I've spoken with about this who were heavy console users in the beginning and then they switched to PC, they become really involved with frame rates. I know me, like, I'll take out a graphical mod like in an instant for frame rates. But I think it's just because I played on consoles for so long with their stable frame rates that I just can't get down with non-playable frame rates. And you know, I see I've been watching a lot of Skyrim mod reviews and stuff, and then I'll see these guys, man, they've got the beautiful graphics and the anti-aliasing and looking amazing, but the frame rate is so unplayable. You'd imagine that the characters would just be teleporting around the room. So I don't know, that's just a rant. It's just a small observation from a man who honestly doesn't make much sense at all. Alright, we're done, man. We did it. Nice, almost 20 grand. I like getting up buttercups, but definitely on the military grade circuit board. 4 quantums might be rushing the squad home. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you back at the vault.